This is one approach to edit recordings or to add a whole bunch of short recordings together to make one big file, and also to maximize volume on quiet recordings. So you could do all of these things at the same time, and here's one approach. So what I've done is I have downloaded a free app called Audacity, and it works on Windows for sure. I'm pretty sure it works on other platforms too, but definitely Windows. And I'm just going to import a bunch of WhatsApp voice messages that I've been sent by a client. So I'm going to import these recordings. These are all WhatsApp voice memos. I'm going to select all of them, just load them all up together. And you can do this pretty much for any number of files. I've done this with loading up about 100, 120 short recordings. You know, with 11 Labs Pro voices, you cannot load up recordings, individual recordings, less than 30 seconds. And some people use recordings from other voice banking providers to create their 11 Labs Pro voice clone. And many of those, or indeed all of from some suppliers, they're all less than 30 seconds long. And so I'll show you how to amalgamate all those recordings, any number of recordings, into one long file, and then you can upload that one big file into 11 Labs. So here, these are WhatsApp voice memos, and you can see that some of them are quite quiet. So this one, for example, here is quite quiet. So what I want to do is maximize the volume. So just go to Effect. I just clicked on the recording, then click on Effect, Volume and Compression, Amplify, and it will suggest amplifying it by that much. I'll accept that, and now there's kind of much more signal. One of the key things for 11 Labs voice banks is for it to be best quality, is to ensure that the consistency of recordings which you upload are highly consistent, not only in quality but in volume as well. So this is worth doing if you've got variable volume of recordings. So that's what I would do with these WhatsApp voice memos. I won't finish it off, but I would go through those individually. With other voice banking providers, usually it's less of an issue because many people do those recordings in the same sitting, so you'd expect that the volume of the recordings are pretty consistent, so you may not need to do that. But as these are recordings from different times, different days, different months, different phones, it's best to just make sure that the volume is all consistent. The other thing that you can do is that you can edit out noise and voices from other people. You need to do that, and WhatsApp, and Audacity is a pretty good way of doing that. I won't play this video, but say you identified that this was somebody else's voice on this recording. I just selected the sample using a left click on my mouse and dragged it, and then I'll just delete that bit, and it's gone. So you can go through and you can remove other voices. Some video or audio has a lot of background noise almost the whole time, and I'll talk about a different approach for that. So anyway, so what I want to do now, as many of these recordings are less than 30 seconds long, pretty much, yeah, about half of them are less than 30 seconds long. Individually, they will not be able to be loaded into to create a Pro Voice account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select them all, do a Control A. I've just selected them all, and now I'm going to ask them to align tracks, align end to end. So tracks, align end to end, and that has put them in a sequential but different file still, all the way down. And then the next thing I need to do is tracks, mix and render. So tracks, mix and render. Click on that. Just take a second, and it will put all those recordings into one big recording, one big file. There they are. So now, although it's in stereo, that doesn't matter. We can change that to mono. It doesn't really matter. Now I'm just going to export that one big file containing all the tracks all together sequentially, and I'll save it to an individual file so I can upload it into 11 Labs. So export audio, so file, export audio, give it a name. I'll call it mix 1, and it's in stereo. I'll probably make it mono, doesn't really matter. I just leave the settings as that. I want to export the entire project and trim blank space before the first clip. Yes, I'm happy to do that, and I'll export it right now. And I say, does it exist? Yes, I shall replace that, and then done. So now there's one big file with all of these recordings, which I can upload directly into 11 Labs. And one other tip is that if you've amalgamated all the files and you're still not at 10 minutes, say, of combined, is you can actually duplicate your recordings in the same file. So here, let's see, here, this is, we've just got over 10 minutes of recordings, but what if we were just under? Well, you could select all, so just by clicking on the left button, and then copy, edit, copy, and then go to the end of the recording. Click here, just left click anywhere off the edge of the recording, and click paste, and then just drag it all together, and there you are. So it's basically it's the same recording duplicated, and here we are up to 20 minutes and 30 seconds. And now just click on left click on the mix 1 button here, and file export it. Export audio just like before, and set to mono, export it again, and there you've got 20 minutes of recordings made from 10 minutes of WhatsApp voice memos. Yeah.